A man accused of shooting and killing two men inside a busy Okolona restaurant 2 days before Christmas is out on home incarceration tonight. The shooting happened at the Roosters restaurant on Preston Highway. LMPD says security video showed 21-year-old Karson Reitz taking out and firing his gun inside the restaurant that night, killing 48-year-old Michael Miller and 51-year-old Bradley Cross. Reitz pleaded not guilty after being indicted on charges of murder and wanton endangerment. But there's concern in the community after the suspect posted a more than $400,000 bond to bail out of jail. WHS 11's Isaiah Kim Martinez is following this case from Okolona.
The young man police are accusing of murdering two men and endangering others inside the Okolona Roosters is no longer in jail as the legal process continues. Now, a former Jefferson County judge telling me this further highlights issues within the system.
Unusual in my book, especially with such serious charges.
Concern from former judge and current candidate for county attorney David Holton on how the man charged in a double murder inside this restaurant days before Christmas is now out of jail on home incarceration 3 months later.
As a citizen of this community, a guy charged with two murders should not be out regardless.
Back in December, witnesses described the moments when shots were fired as traumatic, scary. Amy Jones-Wolney, an employee there that night.
Nobody deserved what happened last night.
Two families battling through the heartbreak of losing a loved one to gun violence, Mike Miller and Brad Cross. A day after it happened, Trey York remembering Cross, his former basketball coach.
And he was always trying to make sure that, you were doing well.
Indicted by a grand jury, Karson Reitz is charged with murder and endangering customers inside. A request for a judge to reduce a $1 million bond down to just over $400,000 was granted in February. Then in late March, Reitz posted that amount.
That's a pretty sorry state of affairs when a guy charged with double murder is out on home incarceration. The bond should have been kept at $1 million.
Court records show the 21-year-old Reitz has a past criminal history as well, including wanton endangerment and criminal mischief felony charges in 2020. The current cash bail system in Kentucky has received heavy criticism by several lawmakers who say in some cases it allows violent offenders to be a danger to society. Some have called for a change to how bail can be posted, especially if violent charges are involved. Holton wants to take it a step further.
Eliminating cash bail and using only detain or release type arrangements as they do in federal court.
Reitz is due back in court for another pretrial hearing in June. Now, I talked with Roosters employees directly today. They say they've heard about these recent developments, but don't want to comment further at this time. In Louisville, Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11 on your side.